Crypto.com, Crocoin holders, is a very important week, in my opinion, for what's going to happen to Crocoin and what's going to happen to the crypto space. So without further ado, welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel now. Anything I say is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's hop into it. So I want to start off here on Twitter. Follow me at 333 Blacksea. I say, important week for crypto and Crow. Weekly time frame testing the breakdown of 15 cents for Crocoin. I'm short Crow for now with a tight stop loss, hoping to happily be stopped out in the profit, guys. All right. So yes, I'm short on Crow right now, but I know that we are in the fourth and final phase of this cycle, this bull market cycle. Okay, it can be very volatile. You can see big liquidity sweeps with a massive reversal. That can happen, and that really, quite frankly, does happen quite often in the fourth and final phase of these bull market cycles. Now, the real argument and question to be asking is, are we in the 4-year cycle still? Is that a figment of our imagination now? Or are we in a 4-year cycle and it is complete and it ended on October 6th? After the 1,064 days from the bottom to the top, right? But you're not going to know that until really probably like the end of Q1 2026, guys. So in the meantime, you got to be playing your cards close to your chest. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm short here. The weekly time frame looks like it wants to spill over. You're seeing the weekly candle closure that we just got about an hour ago being below 15 cents. It looks a little bearish. And you look at the daily time frame as well, and we can't seem to get above 15 cents. And I shorted when we first kind of started to spill over here. I think I shorted around like 14. No, I think I shorted around 15 and a 0.5, like 15 and a half. I could be wrong. I have to check my entry. I opened it about a week or so ago. But regardless, I'm in the profit. I'm prepared to get stopped out. My stop loss is at around 15 cents. So if we do come back up here, I'll get stopped out. But regardless, guys, I'm trying to high leverage scalp. And this looks weak to me, so I think that we're probably going to, unfortunately, fulfill this chair pattern, this evil chair pattern that whenever you see these huge wicks, if you don't immediately get that reversal, usually you should be looking for this to get fulfilled. Now, also, today on Sunday was kind of a green day, which usually is, when you see the big pump on a Sunday, I'll show Bitcoin here in a moment here, but when you see the big pump on a Sunday, it's usually not a good sign. But all in all, guys, I'm looking at what's going on in the overall market. I'm looking at how the sentiment is on crypto. And I do think that this next week is going to be a very important time for Bitcoin and for Crocoin. We'll look at why here shortly. But if you guys do want to trade Crocoin, feel free to check out in the pinned comment section or description box below. Sign up to BTCC. You get 10% bonus on all deposits, and they have up to 500x leverage. Absolutely insane if you want to do some high leverage scalping. And check out all the other affiliate links as well, guys. Helps support this channel. Lucrative bonuses for you. It's a win-win for everybody, right? Now, let's take a look here. So Kronos is at rank 26, down about 14% in the past 7 days, catching a little bit of a bounce, up 2.63% in the past 24 hours, and up barely about 0.2% in the past hour here. And now we are gaining like market cap value on the daily. We're up 2.63%. But we are below 15 cents, and I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a big fan of being below 15 cents because that's a very important support level, price level. And, yes, can we break below it and bounce back above it? Yes, but if we're below it, I think that's weakness, and I think that we're probably going to fulfill down, like I said. If you look at the overarching market right now, Bitcoin is at about 108,000. Caught a little bit of a bid today, but ETH can't break over 4K. That's a weakness. But now let's look at Bitcoin here, okay? Very important week coming. Really very important month, really. I've been talking about the 200-day moving average and how usually when you see these big capitulations like this, I say big capitulation, but really like if you measure this out, 17% is a big drawdown, but usually in bull markets, you can see up to 30% drawdowns, especially in the fourth and final phase of the 4-year cycle. You can see 30% drawdowns on Bitcoin on the way up. Now, it's a little bit different because this is not on the way up. This is after a decent amount of time of sideways consolidation. And then when you see the capitulation, that's not strength. That's not a people taking profits. And yes, it is. But really, it's like I view it as weakness. But that being said, we are testing the 200-day moving average, and we're getting our first green candle, okay? I am expecting a bounce here. I expect that. I expect at least a test of 110,000, if not 116K. 116K, very important price level. I've been talking about this for the past week or so. Guys, you want to see a retest of 116 and a breakout resumption off. That's what you want to see if you want to expect new all-time highs in Q4. However, if you see the bounce here and we hit 116 and we reject off and we start to, if we, rejecting off will be not a good sign, but if you start to see the breakdown again of 110,000, I would say, hey guys, like be prepared for some bearish price action. Unfortunately, be prepared for the break of the 200-day moving average, and be prepared for probably a test of near 94,000. I think that's on the table, guys. But all in all here, we got to be paying very close attention to what's happening in the markets. Q4 tends to be quite bullish for not only Bitcoin, but altcoins specifically. And Q4 tends to be bullish for the stock market. I know a lot of people are feeling that the stock market is toppy, frothy, filled with euphoria, gold at all-time highs, but also at the same time, guys, you have the Fed getting ready to pivot. You have the Fed getting ready to cut interest rates. You have potentially stimulus checks. However you want to look at it, the debasement of the US dollar and fiat currency makes asset prices go up. So it's really hard for me to, I think it would be irresponsible of me to say, yeah, the top is in, I'm selling everything right now. I think that'd be irresponsible. However, do note, now I'm not a financial advisor, do note though, that guys, I am an altcoin trader and a Bitcoin investor, and I am very successful at swing trading, and I have been taking profit along the way up since 2023 in the bear market, guys, okay? So basically all the altcoins I have now are basically just moonbags. So if we come down 50%, it's not really the end of the day. If we come down 90%, it's not really a big deal for me. So I know not everyone's in that position. And I want to reiterate as well, guys, I buy Bitcoin every single day, regardless of the price going up or down, regardless if we're in a bull market or a bear market. The only thing that changes is I buy more when we're in the bear market and I buy less when we're in the bull market. That's about it, really. Because I do bet on the chance that the 4-year cycle gets broken, that the super cycle is here, because there is always a small little chance that that does play out, especially when everyone starts saying all these cliches of like, oh, well, when everyone starts calling the super cycle, that's the top is in. There are times when everyone can be right, and where everyone can say, we're going higher, we're going to $1 million, and you actually do go to $1 million. So I like to position myself for that accordingly. But that's all I got, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Are you bullish on crypto? Are you scared? I mean, fear and greed index is at like 28, 24, I think, right now. And people are pretty fearful. But I want to know what you guys are thinking about the crypto space right now. But that's all I got. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel now. Sign up to BTCC. Get that 10% bonus on all your deposits. And I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.